What's up, Cub fans, loyal Cubs fans, reporting how things went Monday, September 24th. Cubs at home against Pirates. Cubs finished off their last 7 games at home. We'll see what we're made of. Didn't get off to a good start with Hamels. Gave up a 2-run homer in the first inning after he looked pretty good with his 2 batters faced. Got a strikeout and a pop out. Gives up a single that just got through past Murphy, and then gives up a 2-run homer. It was just a bad pitch selection right there. Went to Waveland. Then Hamels settled down fairly. Our right even hit a home run for us, which is amazing. The only other pitcher to hit a home run for us was Lester. And I knew Hamels, I mean, he has some good swings. He looks awkward like a lot of pitchers. Typical tall guy, 6'5" or whatever, and but man, he put some good wood on that one. Got it to 2-1. Now, if Cubs bats can get it going, we can come back. But we made their starting pitcher look like an all-star. I mean, he is a decent pitcher, 3.27 ERA, but we certainly had our chances. Had like at least 7 guys left on base. Only 1 hit with runners in scoring position, and that was like a infield hit that we had an inning where we had 3 singles and we couldn't get a run. That's unfortunate. And one time Schwarber hit into a double play. I was hoping, there's a pretty good article about Schwarber going 4 out of the last 5, walking 4, but what I want to see is when runners are on, when there's 2 outs, when there's scoring position. That's what he hasn't quite evolved to. I mean, home run wise, he's good. Just doesn't get enough RBIs. Some will say RBIs is luck. You got to take advantage of opportunities when you get them. And it wasn't just Schwarber. Brian didn't get it done. Really, none of the hitters got it done when it needed to be done. Unfortunately, couldn't even hit off the bullpen late. So Cubs deal with the consequences of a loss. Unfortunately, Milwaukee won. Everyone won except for St. Louis, and that's because St. Louis had to play Milwaukee. What was kind of annoying, how the Cardinals didn't help us out, is Milwaukee went with the bullpen day too, and they were winning, and then ironically, Cardinals get 3 runs off Hader, Milwaukee's best reliever, and they have a 1-run lead. But that didn't last long, and they ended up losing 6-4. So maybe the only way Cardinals can help us out is if they lose the series or lose 2 out of 3, and then Cubs will clinch a playoff spot. But then Cubs are going to have to at least get a couple wins against Pittsburgh, and then they may need to sweep St. Louis. I don't know. We'll see how Brewers can finish off. They got 2 more games with St. Louis. That's still never easy to win them all. And then they play Detroit. People act like that's a given, but we'll see. Detroit did beat St. Louis a couple games, I remember. September baseball, Cubs have to play better. They had a couple games in a row where the hitting and pitching was on the same page. Today, starting pitching was all right. 2 earned runs, 6 innings. The 6th inning run, Chris Bryant made an error. He didn't look great at third. I mean, made a pretty bad throw the first, and then it's an overthrow, and the guy gets a second, and then ends up scoring. So that really came back to haunt. And a couple plays where I thought he'd get, but he didn't. And so who knows, he had Baez or someone else over at third. But, you're anticipating Bryant to really get the bat going. He's been hitting for a good average, but only 1 home run since his return, and he's just not getting enough RBIs when there's opportunities there. So playoff pitcher, Cubs are a 1.5 over Milwaukee. They have 5 games left. We have 6 games left. We still control our own destiny. Got to get it going. Who knows if Milwaukee will lose, but we just have to win. And we have Montgomery today, and then after today, we get down to the last 5 games. We'll have the remaining starters will get one more time around. I guess the only thing that could change the rotation is there's talk about rain tonight in Chicago. That would be interesting if they had to do a doubleheader on Wednesday. They did use Mills for a little bit yesterday. I was wondering if they're going to save Mills for like an emergency. I suppose you could just push all the starters back, and then when it's Montgomery's turn again, I think that would be Saturday, then you can maybe go with Mills. I don't know. That gets a little bit scary if we're tied or down by a game, and it's either that or you risk starting, like Montgomery again with 3 days rest or something like that. So here's what it is. Got to play better, and we'll see what happens. With Cardinals losing, they're 4.5 behind us. They have 5 games left. We have 6 games left, so we're pretty close to clinching over them. Colorado is 5 games behind us, and they're a half a game behind St. Louis for getting that last wild card spot. So Cardinals have a lot of motivation to win, and we could have clinched the playoff spot if Rockies were to lost and we'd have won. That didn't happen, so we'll see if it can happen on Tuesday. But I really want to do more than the wild card. But sometimes I wonder, it would be a pretty bad choke to not even make the wild card. Not even sure if it's mathematically possible. See, Cardinals, if Cardinals lose 1 more or 2 more, I think they're out of the division at least. So, well, we'll see what happens. Hopefully better results tonight. Bat's got to wake up. We're against Archer. He's a guy with a lot of potential that hasn't quite put it together. ZRA's like 4.37. Strikes out a lot of guys, but will give up home runs, walks guys. Gives up runs. That's what it's about, getting results. And he had a 1-run, 6-7 inning game last game. A couple games before he gave up like 4 runs, 3 runs. So Cubs can hit off of him. And we'll see if Montgomery can pitch a similar game as last game, where he only gave up 1 run in 6 innings. That was great to see after his 3 other starts coming back from the DL. They were shorter, like 4 and a third innings. So let's get it done tonight. Go Cubs, go.